Carmelo Anthony played professional basketball yesterday in the National Basketball Association for the Portland Trail Blazers wearing 00. Not only that, Jalen, he started the game. Carmelo Anthony got the start. Do you remember all this talk about whether or not what his role was going to be, whether or not he would accept the role? He went 4 for 14, played pretty well in a loss, albeit a loss against the Pelicans. No Dame Lillard for the Blazers. What do you think about Carmelo's debut and what it means for the Blazers and himself?
I said this yesterday, and I'm going to make sure I repeat it. The woes of the Portland Trail Blazers starting 5 and 10 are not on Carmelo Anthony.
No.
Okay? It's because they don't have Nurkic. And last night, they didn't have Dame Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that the Blazers gave him an opportunity. He knocked down a couple of shots in pick and roll type actions. That's where he's going to be able to provide. He pump faked at the 3 line, made a nice mid-range shot. The lost art of the mid-range is something that he has mastered.
Yep.
One of the best scorers the game has seen. But just as a future Hall of Famer, I felt it was important to him for him to go out on his own terms. He has the opportunity now to return to Denver and get celebrated.
Yes.
He has the opportunity to return to New York and get celebrated. He didn't get that because he got unceremoniously released basically by the Houston Rockets and been out of the game. So for that, I was really happy that he was back in uniform.
Me too, because he is such an influential player, such a great person, and he's going to the Hall of Fame, and he's part of that famous draft class. I didn't want his career to end after 9 games with the Houston Rockets. Like, I want him to be able to go to Denver, to come back to the Garden, to get the standing ovations, and to get buckets. He's going to have a game where he gets like 25, 27 points.
He will.
Now, yesterday, he was minus 20 in his 24 minutes. I don't like plus minus as a stat. I do not like plus minus as a stat. So a lot of people are like, oh, Carmelo Anthony minus 20, he's the reason they lost or whatever. How do you feel about plus minus as a stat?
I feel like any statistic can be manipulated, and that's why I always make sure that analytics are a part of the analytics are a tool, not the toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you look at the totality of what was happening out on the floor, there were times where he was guarding Brandon Ingram. You know how old he is? 21, 22?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to drive past a 35-year-old Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, he is. The defense isn't exactly his strong suit at
That's
this point
going to
in his
happen.
career. Yeah.
And when he tried to drive and dunk on Jackson Hayes.
We'll take a look at that. Let's take
Okay,
a look at the dunk attempt,
Okay.
because this is my favorite part of the whole entire game. This is my favorite part. Jackson Hayes, if you don't know, is a great shot blocker. But Carmelo Anthony, just the idea that he was going to dunk on him off 2 feet like that just really made me happy. What do you think of the dunk attempt?
Well, it's the second quarter. He ain't been in the league in a year.
No.
So he living his best life.
He really is just warming up a little bit. You know, second quarter got the muscles going.
But just think about it like this. Jackson Hayes, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony, 17th year in the NBA. That was a perfect example. No country for old men.
It's really not. And Jackson Hayes is a really good shot blocker. Like, he's a rim protector, and he's going to get some more weight on him and get some more, NBA skills. But the idea that Carmelo Anthony would just lift, just see the rim and see Jackson Hayes between him and the rim and be like, you know what, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make a moment.
But when you roll to the hoop, that feels like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I've been an old player, I'm telling you, and I couldn't jump. I've been an old player, I promise you. It seems like a good idea. And then you're about to take off. You see this 19-year-old 7-footer.
Boing.
You're like, this is not a good idea.
No,
because that basketball never got 10 feet.
No, it didn't. It wasn't even close.
It never got 10 feet.
He was looking for a foul. He was trying to go to the line. Trying to get a highlight of it.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.